Well, we're here in my garage, near the garage door. Because if any water gets away from me, I want it to run right out of the garage, not all over the garage. So the drawback here is I was in the back of the house, so we didn't hear the traffic too bad there. But on this side of the house, there is a lot of traffic noise and that. So hopefully you can hear everything I say. I'm going to try and talk louder, and sometimes I get carried away and forget that I'm speaking lower, and it may be hard to hear me at times. So I'll try to do my best here. So anyway, this is my little portable concentration kit. I have this basin here, and I got two basins. Basically from Walmart. Cut the ends off of both of them. Then overlap the ends. I don't know if you can see it there. And then got some silicone, and I put about good half a tube of silicone for the joint. Now, remember I have this brick here, and those blue weights on the other side to hold up the sides is it bowed out from the weight of the water, and then the seams on the sides opened up, and of course it wouldn't retain any water that way. So I give it this extra support, brick here, and some weights on that side. Now the sides are straight up and down, and they're retaining the water, no problem. So I have here my pond pump. It's electrical. Out in the field, I take a bilge pump for a boat, and I have a battery I take with me, a small battery, 12-volt battery, and I use that for a pump out there for a sluice box. Okay, so as you can see, the sluice box is about the same length as that basin, and I put this over top of the nozzle so that water doesn't spray all over the place. Brings water down, it goes through. Of course, in the garage here, I don't use this attachment here. I don't need this mesh because it's already being concentrated down through classifying it in buckets. So I just run it through here. Anything that any gold gets through my tailings fall into the basin, the end of the basin. If I get too much, I spread it out a little bit or I shovel it out, but mainly I try to let so much go in there, test it, make sure I got the right angle here. Use my nephew's little leveling block there, 15 degrees, works quite well here on a level surface with those kind of fines or concentrates. Yeah, so it's my independent recyclable water, because it costs a lot for water around here, and you use it over and over and over again, so it's great. Okay, so that's my basin. I've got water in it already. It's my pump. One pump comes up. Got an attachment here. It's a valve that adjusts the amount of flow of water in it. It goes into my bowl. Okay. That little sluice, pipe sluice, comes down here, and it goes into this bucket. You can see this bucket flops all over the place. So what I've done, I put longer screws here Hope you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. There's longer screws here to stop the pipe from running down. When the pipe moves in, slides down, and the bucket slides ahead like that. And of course that's kind of useless. So anyway, in order to make this work properly, some grooves in the small bucket, put some holes down below, perforated it, so that the water drains out, always stays the same level as the basin here. Okay, so. Okay, so all right. Now, my blue bowl, of course, I have that drainage pipe, so that the water goes straight out of this and into this little sluice. Of course, any gold, like I said several times now, any gold that gets away will be caught in here, and I can check that after to see if I'm losing anything and if I have to make more adjustments. Okay, this here is my little leveling stand. All right. Lines here where I want the boards to go across. Line them up there, put them on a vise, drill the holes so that they matched with these boards to those boards, or these holes up here, the holes in here. Alright? And then I got these special nuts. They have a little square locker underneath, and I added a washer and a nut down below here. Closer, you can see. So, washer, nut, and then a wing nut. And this is what adjusts the level up and down. Okay, so I got it in each corner, so I can lift one side or lower one side or tilt it or whatever I need to do to make that level. Okay, so this here just fits from this side to this side over top of the bucket. And on the bucket, on the bucket itself, first made a hole in here, and that's where I shoved the sluice in. So this fits right over top. So, and then this here I put a little bit of support backing for my bowl there, just so that it's not sliding all over the place here. It's got some place to butt up against. And this, of course, fits into these holes here. Alright, you want it to be centered. Okay, so my bowl here, you want to make sure that this center part here, and here, where that drain is the center on the sluice. It's just like that. Now once it gets running and the water's starting to come down, then you can check from that in there, make sure the water's hitting the center of the sluice there, sluice pipe. Okay, so you can add your material while it's running with the scoop if you have lots of it. But right now I'm just going to hit that stuff, that concentrate that I had in the gold pan that we already put through a classifier, or that little strainer. We're going to put that in there. And with the gold it has. See a little gold in the black sand on the top there. Okay, so got our basin, our catch basin, the pump, or hose, the valve, control water flow. My goal there, and we're going to try and separate the gold from the concentrate of the sands and gravels. Got our little sluice pipe here to catch any gold that gets away, and just to make sure nothing gets away, we can also catch whatever falls into this bucket here. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera so you can see what's going on in here. It's a little bit dark, hard to see. But I'm going to try and position the camera where you can see what's going on. I'll position it for a bit. I'll be using freehand, and I'll be using it off the tripod. The tripod doesn't seem to want to hard to position it so that you can see everything that's going on. So trying to not to wiggle all over the place using a freehand. Alright, so we'll get that set up for us.